What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? It's Tuesday. Ooh, I was going to say happy hump day. We ain't there yet. I'm trying to speed the week by. What's up? Let me do my roll call. Hey, Lemon Kush. Hey, L Love. Kazmeen. Just finished Big Girls Don't Cry last night. It was so good. Waiting for the book for this month to come through the mail. Listen, it's one of my favorite books. I'm can't wait to reread it because I haven't read it in a couple of years, but I've read it. I've probably read it 4 or 5 times. It's one of my favorite books. What's up, Brandon? Hey, Cindy, Lady V, Diva. Hey, Boo. Hey, Sharice, Maryland. What's up, DMV? Hey, Tracy, Miss Baything. Hey, Kandi. Hey, Earl. Hi, everybody. And a special shout out to my members lit up in green. Thank you for being here, everybody. What's up, bro? You still mad I'm not coming to G-Ho? Listen, what weekend is G-Ho? I don't even know what weekend it is. When is G-Ho? What's up, Fran? Hey, Crispies. I just got so much stuff on my agenda for the next couple of months. You ready? You finished reading it too, Lady V? You finished Big Girls Don't Cry too? Hey, what's up, Citizen Jane? How you doing? Creative Diva. Hi. What's up, Star? Hey, babes. It's the last weekend in October. I don't know. I might be able to make it happen. Jonathan. Might be able to make it happen. Yeah, that very next week, we're going to Vegas. So I just don't think I'm able to do it. Now that I think about it, yeah. My 9-year-old swallowed a damn quarter at school this morning. I'm literally pulled out and seeing you were live. Girl, is she okay? Lord, swallowing the hard part is going to be when it come out. When that thing come out is going to be the hard part. I'm talk radio again. Oh, okay. I was like, huh? Yes, it's one of those books hard to put down. It is so good. It is so good. It is so good. I'm actually trying to get in touch with her. Like I told you, Connie Briscoe is a friend of a friend. But it's been years because I actually met her. Actually, when Big Girls Don't Cry came out, I actually met her. I think my copy is a signed copy. I think it's on my bookshelf, but I think it's a signed copy, if I'm correct. Hey, Miss Gigi, caught alive at the start. I'm feeling lucky. That's it. The luck of the Irish. The luck of the Irish. Hey, Xavier. You been at the damn children's hospital all day. She's good. I'm glad. Yeah, coming out is going to be, ooh, baby. Child. What was she swallowing the food for? Love her. Yes. Okay, I can't wait for this discussion. Listen, I'm still reading the other book that for this month. We're going to get to it, though, child. We're going to get to it. But I'm definitely excited about Big Girls Don't Cry. I'm so excited about Big Girls Don't Cry. Lord, not the peanut. I'm hoping so too, Lady V. I'm definitely looking forward to, if I can. Like I said, I'm trying to. But no promises. I reached out to Beverly Jenkins too when we did her book. No promises. Okay. Let's get into this. First of all, once again, I want to thank all my new members. If you are a new member or you are coming through at any point, go on and drop down and say hi. We won't bite. You know, my regulars are in the room. But come on, drop down and join the conversation. We have a good time over here. You know, we definitely have had an explosion of new members over the last couple of days, and I welcome you all. So let's go ahead and jump into some of this stuff that's been going on, child. First of all, let's talk about this. Phoenix Suns owner Robert Sarver receives a 1-year suspension and $10 million fine after investigation concludes he made racial and misogynistic comments. Oh, Lord. On Tuesday, the NBA announced the owner of the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury, which is the WNBA team, has been suspended for a year and fined $10 million after an investigation concluded that he used racial slurs as well as engaged in inequitable conduct toward female employees, plus more within his time as an owner. According to ESPN, the investigation into Starver was launched after release of their story, which focused on the racial allegations and misogyny that he faced during his time as owner of the two teams. The investigation found that there were at least 5 times where he repeated the N-word when recounting the statements of others. The investigation also found that he engaged in instances of inequitable conduct toward female employees, made many sex-related comments in the workplace, made inappropriate comments about the physical appearance of female employees, and more. Child, I don't even have nothing. All I can say is thank God for modern technology where now a lot of these people are getting caught on camera and on tape. So basically he's another Donald Sterling. Yes. And you know what, Sharice? I need to do some research. Because I'm a little rusty on the I mean, I know what happened with Donald Sterling, but I need to do some research to find out the difference in why Donald Sterling had to sell the team and why they're only finding this guy. I need to find out what the difference. I don't know if it's because when it happened with Donald Sterling, maybe they just overreacted and they like maybe if the Donald Sterling thing had happened now, they wouldn't make him sell the team. I don't know. But I need to find out what the difference is because I find it interesting that Donald Sterling had to sell the team and this guy just sort of gets a 1-year suspension, whatever that even means. Like he's just the owner of the team. What are you suspending him from? You can't suspend him from being an owner. Like, what are you suspending him from? And a $10 million fine, which again, that's nothing. These people are worth billions. Do you know how much money you have to be worth to own an NBA team, much less an NBA, and then you own the WNBA team? Like, do you know what his net worth has to be? Do you really think 10 million, like he can write that shit off in taxes? Like, what does that even mean to suspend somebody for a year as an owner? What, he's not allowed to come to the arena to watch the team play? Like, what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had to sell because a working girl isn't a part of the equation. Child, I don't know. Someone was sleeping with him, maybe. I don't know. Like, I really do need to go back and review the Donald Sterling case because I honestly don't know what the difference is. Like, I really need to go back and figure it out. I'm gonna do my research and come back and tell y'all because I'm not even being funny. I really need to know, child. Resting on my elbows ain't none of this surprising. Nothing but a slap on the wrist. Total tax right. You're right, Miss Gigi. I'm like, how is that even a bad thing? Like, you have a 1-year suspension from what? From going to the arena? So what? Do you think he's really that pressed about going and watch the team play? He probably could care less. I'm just trying to figure out what he's suspended from. I just need to know what that looks like. You know what I mean? What does that look like? You're the owner of the freaking team. They're not suspending your revenue, are they? Like, are they suspending your revenue for a year? Now, that might hurt. That he might care. He might care about that. But what are you suspending him from? It could be image. We don't hear things about the owners sitting sideline with their mistresses, even though it's happening, from slapping butts and catcalling. Child. I really need to know what we suspending these people. I just need to know what that looks like. I'm not even being funny right now. I need to know what that looks like. What is he being suspended from? Anyway, child, I'm just bringing y'all the information, child. Y'all do with it what you want. Y'all do with it what you will. I am just bringing y'all the information because I'm confused on that one. That one, they done lost me up, okay? A straight up vanity penalty. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. And like I said, I need to go do some research. And I'm not even being funny. I really need to figure out what is the difference between what Donald Sterling did and what he did. Like, why is his punishment not as swift? I don't know, child. Yesterday when we were live, we talked about the fact that rapper PnB Rock had been shot while he was eating at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in LA. found out shortly, I think almost as soon as I got off the live last night, that his injuries were fatal and that he did pass away. Unfortunately, his girlfriend has been getting a lot of backlash today because his girlfriend posted a picture of them at the Chicken and Waffles while they were there, and a lot of people are saying that either they A, suspect that she helped set him up, or B, they feel like she wasn't being smart by posting his location. This is what I'm gonna say to y'all. Until I get more information that shows that she actually did this with any sort of malice, I'm not understanding why everybody is coming down on this woman. People post their location all the time. Is it smart? No. If you're a celebrity, is this probably what you should do? Not so much. But at the end of the day, people post all the freaking time. They post where they are. They post their food. Because what she did was she posted a picture of the food and tagged the Chicken and Waffles. He had no business there with his jewelry. He was targeted a week before. Yeah, I think I saw something where he said he had an issue the week before, what have you. Y'all go into all of your social media. Yeah, y'all know with that newest update, the new iPhone update, or the Instagram update, one of the new updates, it automatically you have to go into your settings and turn it off. It will automatically pin your location. And I remember I follow Vicki Lawrence. Y'all may not know who Vicki Lawrence is. She's a comedian. She was on Mama's Family, Carol Burnett show. And I follow her on Instagram because I love her. I think I love Vicki Lawrence. And after you could tell she had updated her phone, and she posted a picture, and it literally put where she was. And it was like, it didn't give the actual physical address, but I could tell it was her house. Like the way it read let me know, okay. And I was like, somebody please go, Vicki Lawrence assistant, child, grandchild, somebody go turn that woman's location thing off, because it literally let you know where she was. Okay, it literally let you know where she was. And again, it didn't give you the actual physical address, but it was like something Malibu. But you could tell it wasn't a restaurant. You know what I mean? You could tell that it was her house, because the picture was from her house. And I was like, please, somebody go tell that girl to cut that thing off. Well, she ain't a girl. Somebody go tell that woman, show her how to cut it off, okay? You follow her too, Marilyn? I love her. They need to leave her alone. She's grieving. She wasn't thinking. I don't feel like she did it on purpose. I don't feel like most of. I'm very conscious of that. I've always been very conscious of that. I never post where I am while I am there. Even when I was on vacation, when I was posting stuff, yeah, I was still in France, but like I didn't post pictures at the Eiffel Tower when I was at the Eiffel Tower. I didn't post pictures at certain places when I was still there. Trust me, I was no longer there when I posted those pictures. And even when I'm here at home, I do the same thing. If I'm going out to eat, I'll post it, but I don't post it while I'm there. I just don't do that. That show was hilarious. Yeah, Mama's Family was my show. I still watch Mama's Family. That's the same thing that happened to Pop Smoke, but it was because of his luggage. Oh, is that what happened to Pop Smoke? You got to be smart moving in these streets. Yep, I know Vicki Lawrence. She is a hoot. And the CB show. Oh, the Carol. Listen, the Carol Burnett show to this day cracks me up. Like, to this day, the Carol Burnett show cracks me up. Okay? Mama's Family cracks me up too, but the Carol Burnett show, that damn Carol Burnett knew she was funny. Oh, and then that the crew that they had, like that core group, her, Vicki Lawrence, and the two guys, their names escape me right now. Pop Smoke been dead I know he been dead for 2 years, but I didn't know that's how they found him. I know Xavier, I know he been dead. I just didn't know that's how they found him. His location was on his luggage from the airport. Child. Man, the reality is a lot of us have that too. We don't think about it. A lot of us have our home address on our luggage tags. I've always been cautious of that also because I always thinking that someone could be watching to rob my house while on vacay. Yeah. No, you didn't miss the novelty expressions. We're going to get to that. People don't understand it's crazy out here in Cali, LA, Hollywood, Beverly Hills. People be getting robbed in broad daylight. I barely go out. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just think, yeah, Tim and Harvey, yes, they were hilarious. And the funniest episodes is when they crack each other up. Those are the funniest ones to watch. is when they crack each other up and they're laughing. Those are the funniest ones to watch. They are absolutely hilarious to watch them laughing at each other. It is hilarious. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I definitely send condolences, and I'm sorry to hear, but I really hate to see that this girl is being attacked like that. Again, until somebody shows me some evidence that she purposefully set that man up, I just feel bad for her because I don't think it was with any malice. I don't think she set him up. I mean, she posted pictures of some pancakes. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. But we definitely sending condolences and love to his fans and his family. Of course, I've been listening to some of his music. I knew the name, but I didn't really know him. But he seemed like a really nice guy that was, doing some things with his music. So I'm sorry to hear it. It's senseless. It's very, very senseless. Kodak Black told the girl to child. Kodak Black is ignorant. I saw where Kodak Black made negative comments. Tekashi 69 made some negative comments. Whack 100 made some negative comments. And these are all people who I don't have a positive opinion of anyway. So their opinion no longer matters. Did you hear about Diana paying to figure out who are the bots behind the harassment of Garcelle's sons? I saw her sue. She's suing the guy who took credit. I saw that, but I didn't see anything. I didn't see that, no. When we were small and out and about, my mom would not even let us call each other by name. Thought it was crazy. You know what, Miss Gigi? I think I remember that now too. I think I remember my mom. We called, like, we had another. I think I remember that. But that was around the time of when Adam happened, when the little boy that went missing. I remember that. That's crazy. I think I remember that now. We had to come up with like alternative names and stuff. That is crazy. Right. She was going out to eat. She not thinking, right. I don't think. That's crazy. Why not? Because Xavier, during that time period, there was a famous situation where a little boy by the name of Adam was taken. And so there became this big awareness of people that were abducting children and taking children away from their parents. And when the thought process was with a kid, the other thing was, remember, you had to have a special password. Remember that? I remember a password. I remember my mother giving us a special password. But like, if somebody said, "Oh, your mom sent me to come pick you up from school," and you had to know the password. Like, well, what was the password? I remember that. What's up, Diva? Hey, boo. But the thought process was like, if you were at the mall and your mom called you by your first name, right? Xavier, get over here. Xavier. And then some dude, will call your name. You're a kid. You're a kid and you'd be like, huh? You know my name. Oh, you must know me. Because kids think like that. Oh, you know my name. You must know who I am. And, the kids' guards are down, and then they're more susceptible to stuff happening to them, child. Right. Password, no name, one clothes. Yeah, I remember all of that now. Oh, wow. I remember all of that now. Yeah, that Adam Walsh story was so sad. It was so, so, so sad. Nobody needs chicken and waffles at Maine and Manchester. Too much going on over there. I went to the chicken and waffles when I was in LA, but I don't remember which location I was at. I honestly couldn't tell you. I think, is it one near the airport? I went, but I don't know which one it was. That was Code Adam in stores is about, right. If you're ever in a store and you hear Code Adam, that means it's a missing kid. And they immediately put everything on lockdown. They immediately lock the doors. They check the bathrooms. They check immediately. Okay, then that's the one I went to, Crispy's. The one on Pico Boulevard is the one I went to. I know it was near the airport. That's the only thing I remember, is that I remember being near the airport. Yeah, Auntie Didi, that's exactly what. So if you're ever in a department store, a Walmart, a Target, anything like that, and you hear Code Adam, that means that there's a missing kid. There's a kid missing, and they immediately lock everything down. The store is immediately locked down. I don't know if they're as diligent about it now as they used to be, but that was it right there. Boom, boom, boom. It was automatic. Because the story of Adam Walsh was basically his mom realized that he was missing, but the store didn't. The store was like, oh, he's just around here somewhere. Oh, he's just hiding. Oh, he's a little kid. And they did help her find him, but they didn't stop anything. And, the guy kidnapped him, and unfortunately he didn't live. So it was a national story, Xavier. It was a national story. They were literally on a side of town where even LA natives don't go. Ciao. Yeah, Adam Walsh was the son of John Walsh from America's Most Wanted. Yeah. My son has a nickname that uses just for online. To this day, people online think that's his name. They think his name is Tony. She let him watch the older kids play video games while she shopped and got out the store with him. Yeah. Here's what's funny. I remember as a kid, y'all remember Kmart? Y'all remember Kmart? I remember as a kid, my mother letting us go to the toy section and play with the toys while she was shopping. And of course, after Adam, all of that stopped. But I remember my mom doing that. I remember her letting us go to the toy section and play with the toys. Because back then they used to have the toys out and you could play with the toys and stuff. And sometimes it would even be other kids over there. And I remember her doing that, and that's why I think sometimes that's why when people want to be so hard on parents, I think that's why I'm so defensive, because a lot of times people make decisions in the moment without any malice. And yes, it could easily go left. Like, God forbid something could have happened to us. Absolutely something could have happened to us, right? But I know my mom is a good mom. And I know that my mom never did anything to purposefully put us in harm's way. But it was just the times. I remember my dad leaving us in the car. I remember we went somewhere and my father was just running into the store real quick to just pick up a few items out the grocery store, or he left us in the car. Now, I would never do that now. I would never leave my nephew in the car. I would never think of it. But it was just that climate. We did it all the time. My oldest child is 23. She never got the experience of going to the toy department alone like I did before Adam. My youngest kids did it. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, nowadays, because the climate is so different, but all I'm saying is a lot of times I think people look at stuff with a hindsight mentality. We're so quick to jump on parents. Oh, why would the mom do that? Oh, why would he do that when stuff happens? Because we're looking at it in hindsight. And hindsight is always 2020. Hindsight is always 2020. But I think it's harsh when we do that, because most parents, I can't say every single parent in this world, but most parents don't wish harm for their children. So when things happen, there's a lot of regret. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like sleepovers. Like, I slept over at my friend's house all the time. All the time. And people slept at our house all the time. My mom told me don't touch anything or walk away. I did both. I looked up. She was gone. I was frantic. She strolled up front like both was wrong. I never did that again. Those times. Yeah, they're definitely different. Times are definitely different now. Like, there are definitely things that I would not do now that my parents did. Like, that's the reality. There are absolutely things. But all I'm saying is it's always easy for us to make decisions that parents do in an instant. You know what I'm saying? It was 10 of us, so I was never alone. I always had 2 people watching me and 1 person watching them. Yeah. Yep. And the little boy that got taken from the store in the mall in the UK. Yeah. I was never allowed to sleep over. People could stay at our house. See, my mother let me sleep over people. Now, I mean, it wasn't just like any old, I mean, she vetted people, but you still don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. And I think it's a shame that we are at that space. And I do think it's a shame that we are at that space in the world now, because sleepovers were fun. I remember having so much fun at slumber parties and sleepovers. And I remember when people slept over our house and how much fun we had. I just think we are taking so much childhood away from kids. And I'm not saying, I understand that there's bad in the world, right? I get it. But I just think that we're just taking so much childhood away from kids. But I understand parents' fear. I understand why parents aren't comfortable. I do. I remember that too, Krispies. I remember going to the library, my mother leaving me at the library. If I had a project to work on, leaving me at the library for a couple of hours while she went and ran errands and came back and picked us up. We were latchkey kids. Me and my brother and my sister, we were all latchkey kids. And we would go to the library. Mom, we need to go to the library after school. Okay, I'll pick you up from the library. I remember us walking home from school. Like, I remember that. Nowadays, kids act like they can't walk down the street by themselves. I was upset as a kid that I never did a sleepover, but after all these stories of nasty family members and neighbors, yeah, and that's what I'm. And again, is that people's story? Yes, those are some horrible, horrible stories. But that wasn't my story. That wasn't my experience, and I thank God for it. I thank God for it. But you know, I just know how much fun we had. I was never allowed to sleep over other people's houses growing up. You had to come over our house. But when I was in the 6th grade, I found out why I wasn't allowed to sleep over other folks' houses. I used to walk blocks and blocks to my aunt's age 5, 6, 7 back in the day. I would be outside with our parents. Listen, I remember back in the day, we would be out for hours. Our parents ain't know where the hell we were. Literally, on a Saturday, I remember we waited till after the Saturday morning cartoons went off. And we would meet up on our bikes and we would literally be gone all day long. Literally all day long. My mom ain't know where we were. Girl, I wish we had a slow computer with dial-up internet. I wish I could go to the library. Child. We would get off the bus, put on our play clothes. Yep, put on our play clothes and be outside. Sure would. We had skateboards, roller skates, bikes. Yep, until the street lights come on. Now you better get your ass in the house by the time them street lights came on, child. Okay, y'all, let's get into this. Okay. What else we got going on? Let me get back to my notes, child. Let's see what else we got going on. Cardi B, her trial starts. I don't know if you guys remember a few years ago, Cardi B, and her entourage beat up some girls down to the strip club up in New York. Allegedly, one of the women was having an affair with Offset, and so that trial is starting. If she is convicted on everything she's being charged with, she could face up to 4 years in jail. Now, the reality is she probably isn't. She may be found guilty, but I doubt she's going to jail for 4 years. Usually stuff like that. Y'all can hear me now? Okay. I need to get a new cord for this microphone. It's a short in the wire, and if I move, that's why I'm trying not to move too much. If I move, sometimes if I shake this table, it goes out. All right. What's up, nephew? You look real cute this weekend down to the Afro Punk. I saw your little costumes, honey. You was looking real cute. I lost my train of thought, y'all. Oh, Cardi. I'm talking about Cardi, child. But yeah, Cardi ain't going to nobody's jail, child. Cardi ain't going to, well, that's my opinion. Y'all know I ain't nobody's judge. But Cardi ain't going to nobody's jail. She'll probably, if she's found guilty, she'll probably pay a fine, maybe have to do some community service. Vlog coming soon. Okay, boo. The deets on the lipstick, it is Milani Cosmetics. Hold on. It's Milani Cosmetics, and it is called Once Upon a Time. It's green. I know it looks like black, but it's like a greenish color. You can tell it's like a dark emerald green. Yeah. But it's Milani, and it's called Once Upon a Time. Those are the deets. Yeah. Yeah, I know I like Cardi, but rolling up on the strip club with your entourage and whooping the girl's tail that is allegedly sleeping with your husband, it's never a good look, Cardi. It's never a good look. Y'all gonna really need to stop blaming these women for doing something. Listen, at the end of the day, you did not leave him. You stayed with your husband, whatever your reason was, you forgave him, you worked it out. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever your reason is, that's your business. That's between you and your husband. But you gonna go whoop the girl's tail. That girl didn't make no promises to you. That girl didn't take no vows before God. That girl didn't have no babies with you. That girl don't sleep in your bed every night. That girl didn't lie to you to get out the house to go and have a secret rendezvous. She don't owe you nothing. Y'all gonna stop taking out on these women what you won't take out on that man, okay? Y'all gonna stop it. And you done ran down to the strip club and you done whooped up on that girl down to the strip club, you and your folks, and you still with him. You still with him. Y'all gonna stop. Now, again, I don't think she's gonna end up in jail. That's my opinion. But y'all gonna stop that mess. Off topic, but thinking about writing a book about everything I've been through. What you think? I definitely have a story to tell. I say do it. Listen, I'm working on some stuff right now, and I'm kind of off since I've been back from France. I'm kind of off. But I got some stuff I'm working on, and y'all know what? A friend of mine gave me some advice this summer. We were talking, and I was kind of going through some stuff, and that's what she said to me. She said, just do it. Just do it. So yes, Tracy, just do it. And when you do it, you let me know, and you know me, I will support it. I will promote it. I will read it. We will talk about it. Do it. That's my advice. Yana said she done already told you write that book, Tracy. She said she done already told you write that book. Yes, write it. Do it. Do it, babe. Do it. So yeah, that's Cardi B. Cardi B also just donated $100,000 to her elementary school in the Bronx. So shouts out to that child. I hope she don't end up in jail. I don't want to see her go to jail, child. I don't want to see her go to jail. Speaking of people in court, let me give you the Tim Norman update. Shouts out to Lil Baby for giving me the Tim Norman update. So it seems as though this morning Tim woke up and realized that he was not happy with his legal representation. Okay, he does not feel like his attorneys are doing an adequate job in representing him in his case down to the courthouse against these murder charges that he's up for. And so as a result, he tried to fire his attorney. The judge said, sir, this case is almost over. You cannot fire your attorney, and the case is almost over. Good night.
I'm just going to get some to eat.
Where you going?
I think I'm going to go to Sardi's.
If you go to Sardi's, give me something, please. Hold on, y'all. Just give me the 3-piece. I'll text you. I'll text you. I'll send you some money. You want me to cash app or you want cash?
Cash, because that account
Okay. Hand me my wallet right there real quick. I'm sorry, y'all, child. I gotta give me some dinner.
I didn't know you hadn't eaten.
I ate a late lunch because I had a doctor's appointment. I got me a sandwich after lunch, but I haven't eaten. I was just gonna fry some eggs when I got off of here because I don't feel like cooking nothing. Ugh. But Sardi's is a good, healthy alternative, child. Sorry, y'all. I know this is real ghetto. But I'll text you.
Which one closer, the Bowie or Capitol Heights?
I usually go to the one in Capitol Heights. It's usually closer because I just jump right on 495. It's like 2 exits up. You love Sardi's, Earl? It's awesome. I love Sardi's. Right. Pat said, what y'all want? All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this because you can get this off the line. All right. Um. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Sorry about that. I know that was real hood of me. I had to get my dinner together. Okay. Um. So yeah, that's all I got to say about this whole situation. You didn't get your notification, Lauren. You know how you two be hating on me. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that as far as the Cardi situation. Oh, we were on Tim. So Tim decided he was trying to fire his attorney, but the judge told him, "Sir, I apologize. I regret to inform you, but you can't do that. You are too deep into this. They are literally getting ready to give closing arguments. You cannot fire your attorney the day before the trial is over." So he told him, "No, that's not happening." Then they put Tim on the stand. Now, honestly, I've listened to a couple of videos. Well, thank you, Latricia Wright, for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Welcome, 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 honey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Latricia. I'm sorry, I said Latricia. Latricia White. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So it doesn't sound like he hurt or helped his case one way or the other. In all reality, I mean, his attorney asked him, "Did you do it?" He said no. And of course, he talked about how he really loved his nephew and he tried to be there for his nephew because his father wasn't there for him. And, he tried to be that role model for him. Like he said all this, like, what did you expect him to say? Now, the cross-examination, my understanding, I believe, is tomorrow. And then they're going to have closing arguments. Or was the cross examination today, little baby? But from what I understand, the prosecution laid out a really good, airtight case, and it ain't looking good for him. It's not looking good for Tim. That's what it's not looking good for Tim. That's what it looked like to me. He also said that Andre was there when they got the life insurance policy. So he's saying that Andre knew about the life insurance policy, that it wasn't, that he didn't forge his signature, that it wasn't, that he knew he was there when it happened. I don't know, Tim. I don't know if anybody is buying what you selling, sir. I don't know. Okay, so they must have already done the cross-examination. If closing arguments started in the morning, then yeah, they're done. They wrapped up their case. Yeah. Yeah, Tim said it was all a conspiracy against him. Hey, KFS, what's up, boo? Yeah, child, they done put Tim on the stand, honey. I don't know. But that's the update on that, child. That's the update on our court cases. All right, now let's get into some of this. Oh, before last but not least, I mean not last, not least, but shouts out to Abbott Elementary, Quinta Brunson, and Shirley Ralph for Down to the Emmys last night. I said this already over on the Teacher Project 2.0. Shirley Ralph won an Emmy. She's only the second Black woman to win in that category. Quinta is only the second Black woman to win in a category she won in, which was Best Writer of a Comedy Series, I believe. And Shirley Ralph won Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Sitcom Series. Shouts out to both of them for that Black Girl Magic. And if y'all have not seen Shirley Ralph's acceptance speech, you are doing yourself a disservice. Please, it's been all over social media. Go watch her acceptance speech. It was everything. It literally had me in tears first thing this morning when I watched it. It hit me. It hit me in my heart. It really did. It hit me. It hit me in my soul. Yes, Lizzo won, Zendaya won as well. I think Gerard Carmichael won. So shouts out, but something about that Shirley Ralph moment just did it for me. Something about it just, that thing. That thing did it for me. Yeah, she gave me goosebumps. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I literally was in tears when I watched it this morning. I was literally in tears. Yeah, the Emmys were last night, child. The daytime Emmys were last night. Yeah, I didn't watch it. Like I said, I don't really watch the Emmys, so I didn't watch it. I just happened to see her acceptance speech this morning. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I forgot all about it. I don't know what that was about with Jimmy Kimmel. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I don't know what that was about. I mean, I don't get the whole I'm gonna lay on the floor while she gives. I didn't get that. I don't know what that was about. Yeah. Tears in the ugly cry. Yes, honey. Yes, the tears in the ugly cry. So shouts out to Abbott Elementary. Okay. Baby. Not the daytime. Yeah, but not the daytime. I'm sorry, you're right. It wasn't the daytime Emmys. It was the nighttime. It was the evening, the night. I'm sorry, you're right. It was not the daytime Emmys. It was the nighttime Emmys. I'm sorry, you're right. You're right. It hit you the way Viola's Emmy speech did. Yeah, yeah. It hit you. It definitely hit me. It hit me. So, as you all know, Kandi did like a media blitz for the last 2 days. She reached out, her and her team reached the primetime. Thank you. It was the primetime Emmys. Her and her team reached out to YouTubers all over the YouTuber sphere, and they did a series of interviews yesterday. Y'all know Scotty by Nature was one of them. Well, in her interview with House of Aaron, shouts out to House of Aaron. In her interview with him, he asked about her beef with Carlos King. And in her response, and this isn't the first time she's told this story, but in her response, she explained why her and Carlos King are beefing and why they may never ever be able to resolve the come back and be cool again. Now, you guys know that Carlos King and Todd, her husband Todd, once had a company together. They once had business together. They resolved their business because they couldn't get along. They had a difference of, how things were supposed to be run, and they resolved their partnership. But I always thought that her beef with Carlos was because of Todd. But come to find out that her beef, yeah, Cali girl. Quinta said that she's not mad. She said Jimmy Kimmel has done a lot for her in her career. He was one of the first people to have her on the show to promote Abbott. Like, she wasn't mad about it, but like you said, it just didn't translate well to us. It just didn't. She said that they're cool. They joke around like that. So it wasn't a big thing, Jonathan. Oh, you hate Kandi so much. Why do you hate her so much? Anyway, I ain't doing this with you, Jonathan. I am not doing this with you. But she went on to explain that the reason why her beef with Carlos is what it is because essentially she accused Carlos of trying to steal her story. Now, yeah, I put all my Big Brother reviews up. I just posted like 3 Big Brother videos yesterday. Yep. Right, because it ain't Nene. Right, because it ain't Nene. Now, what she said was that she came up with the idea. After the New Edition story, she thought it might be a good idea for Escape to try to do a story. And when she talked to a friend of hers, she found out that their story had already been pitched to BET. And when she found out who did it, it was Carlos. And she said that Carlos even went so far as to reach out to her mom and try to interview her mom under the guise of, because this is when he was still working on The Real Housewives, under the guise of a green screen for The Real Housewives, and wanted to interview her mom about, back in the day. I saw that, El Michelle. I saw it. I see, it's been all over the internet, child. I saw that. She interviewed her mom about, the back in the day, of what kind of was going on behind the scenes with Escape. And so not only did she feel like Carlos stole the story, but then, being deceitful to her mom to try to get some inside information. And she said all the time that her and Carlos were cool, Carlos never expressed any interest in talking to her about doing an Escape story or trying to pitch the show. Now, the reality of the situation is because they are public figures, they don't really need her permission. Carlos didn't need Kandi's permission. Carlos didn't need nobody's permission. And from my understanding, Carlos had already been talking to Jermaine Dupri. But because they are public figures, I mean, we've talked about this before. We've talked about this before that's why we end up with so many biographies from different people. We've seen, we done had 20 on Elvis. We done had 1 million on Elvis, probably. The Beatles, Whitney Houston, like the list goes on and on and on, because these people are public figures, and as long as there's a studio willing to pay to tell the story, they can keep telling the story. Jonathan. But I feel like Kandi is hurt and upset because at the time, her and Carlos were friends, or cool at least. They had a working relationship. And she felt like, why would he go behind my back and do this? And essentially try to steal my story. Right. That's why Mike Tyson is mad at Hulu right now. But the good thing is, it's what brought Escape back together, because Kandi's thing was, listen, if anybody gonna tell my story, it's gonna be me. And that is what prompted her to reach out to Tiny and reach out to the rest of the girls for them to put their beef aside and come back together, essentially to maybe try to put together a movie. And we see that they ended up, going on tour and putting out new music and all that good stuff. She still would have had an opportunity to do her life story. The girl is so Jonathan, I'm gonna really need you to let go of the hate. I really need you to let go of the Kandi hate train. How can you not understand why she was upset by that? How can you not understand why that would bother her? It's her story. And it's somebody that she was cool with. No sound. Y'all can't hear me? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can't hear me? Okay. L Love, are you behind? I think L Love is behind because she keep putting comments in the chat. That's stuff we already talked about. I don't think she realizes she's behind. Okay. I think she's talking about, you can barely hear me? How can you barely hear me? Donna, turn up your volume. You can barely hear me. Y'all can't hear me? Yeah, I think they're behind in the chat. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for letting me know. Okay. Right. Jonathan really be mad, y'all. Y'all know Jonathan really be in his feelings about Kandi. He hate Kandi and love Nene, child. He hate Kandi and love Nene. Anyway, but I understood where Kandi was coming from. Like, I definitely understood her reason for being upset. Like, I definitely understood why she was upset. I do. On a good note, I would say she gave Scotty some good advice yesterday. Yeah, she did. She did. I saw that unsung. What else do we not know? Well, a lot of stuff doesn't get told in the unsung. Plus, it's a movie. That's just like with New Edition. I grew up a New Edition fan, and there was stuff in the movie that I did not know. Like, I did not know that Ralph was offered a solo deal, and he refused it. I did not know that Ricky Bill had a cocaine problem. I didn't know that. There was stuff I didn't know. Now, a lot of it I knew. But it was stuff I didn't know. As long as she keeps my husband, Gerald Levert, out of it. You know what? Yeah, she did a lot. She did the Ooh Ladies first, House of Aaron, Scotty, she's on DJ Richie Scott, Tisa Tells, Misha, who else? That might be it. I'm not sure. Not Escape ain't no Edition. Y'all are terrible. Ooh, y'all so mean. Y'all so mean. But anyway, so that's why Kandi was mad at Carlos. Now, I'm sure Carlos is going to respond. Y'all know he has his own podcast. I'm sure that he is going to tell his whole story. Yeah, Storm Monroe, thank you. I'm sure, and that's a good segue. We're about to talk about Tasha K. I'm sure that Carlos will tell his version of the story. I'm sure, child. I'm sure. Because I'm sure that, Carlos ain't gonna let a narrative be spun about him. He gonna definitely tell, especially now he has the platform because he has his podcast. Oh, he gonna tell it. He's gonna tell it. I wouldn't mind a Levert movie, Father and Son. Ooh, that would be sad. I like their songs, but ... They definitely have a story, do I think it's gonna be like a 5-night event? No. They could probably do it in 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? They could probably give us a 2-hour movie, but I think it would be a good movie for them to start how they met up in high school, how they hooked up with Jermaine Dupri. They went through a lot when they first came out because the talent was there, but they didn't have that look. And so they were treated really badly. They were talked about really badly because they didn't have the look. They weren't sexy. You know what I mean? Like, not when they first came out. They evolved into that. But when they first came out, they wore the baggy jeans and the baggy tops, and they were real tomboyish. You know, they didn't have hair and makeup and all of that. And then they sort of evolved into that. Then she evolved into that. And I think that would be a great thing for people to see how badly, you know, how they were treated and the things they went through. We know Tiny had a baby young. That played into the group. We know that Latasha and her husband and the pressure for her to go solo. Like, there's a story there. There really is a story there. I mean, everybody may not want to hear the story, but there's definitely a story there. The shade is real, honey. Being top tier housewives, which is well deserved. What else have y'all faves accomplished? Oh Lord. I know one of the twins playing who? What did I miss? Hold on. Right, Kandi messing around with Jermaine Dupri. Child, they had some stuff going on. Carlos is into Lush over Sheree and Martell. Yeah, L Love is definitely behind in the chat, child. She talking about Cardi B. She's behind. I don't think she realized she behind because she dropping comments like she with us. I don't think she realized she behind, child. Who's twin? What y'all? So I'm trying to scroll back up and see what y'all talking about with a twin. What twin y'all talking about? Xavier, who you talking about with the twin? Child, they definitely got called by ugly. He said, "I'd rather go to jail." No, he said, all right. He said, something about those ugly escape bitches. Something he said he'd rather do than sleep with any of them. It was harsh. It was harsh. I know one of what twin? What are you talking about, Xavier? I missed something. I'm not reading your comments anymore, Jonathan, because you're just being hateful. Oh, one of the twins from Escape has a daughter. There are no twins in Escape. There are no twins. Who are you talking about? You talking about the sisters? They're sisters. They're not twins. They're sisters. Latasha's older than Tamika. Right. L Love said I'm gonna tell you what I think. L Love said, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. Tamika had the sister had a child. That's right. She had a child first, and management wanted to kick. See, that's what I'm saying. There's a story. They have a story. And see, those are the things that females deal with that the men never have to deal with. The men never have to deal with. Yeah, they're sisters, but they aren't twins. Yeah, I already talked about PnB. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Yeah, the members always gonna quit if that happened. Yeah, that's right. Because remember, they hit they talked about that in their unsung which video she was pregnant, and you could see it in the like now in hindsight you can go back and look at the video and see it. But at the time, nobody was. It was what was the name of that song? I could hear it in my head, but I can't think of it now. Mm-hmm. The fact they started 5 girls and it became a quartet. Right. The fact that it was 5 of them. Yeah, there's a story there, y'all. Growing up black when Escape during their 3rd album era, always I thought that the Scott sisters were the pretty ones in the group. I mean, they used to give Tiny the blues. That's why Tiny ass got all that damn plastic surgery, because y'all talked about her ass. The way y'all talked about her ass. She went and got all that damn plastic surgery. Yeah, originally there was 5 of them. Mm-hmm. But I think one of the girls dropped out the group. I forgot why she dropped out the group, but she dropped out the group. Love on my mind. Thank you, Brent. I got love on my mind. I'm in the mood. I could hear it. I just couldn't think of the words. I could hear the melody in my head, but I couldn't remember the words. I got love on my mind. Oh, I love that song. But if you go back and look at the video, you can tell Tamika's pregnant now. But when they were filming it, nobody paid that much attention. At least I didn't. But now when I look back, when they showed it, I look back and I said, oh, you can see the little belly. It's a lot of story. I'm from Atlanta. Also, the original fifth member is still Kandi's best friend. Really? I didn't know that. Okay. So how do you think this show is going to be with them in SWV? I don't know, child. It's going to be interesting. I hope it's not going to be too much drama. Like, I want to see them win. These are talented women. I want to see them win. Gave his side of the story about what? About the Tasha K thing with Larry Reid? The fifth member who dropped out of the group was Kandi's cousin. She's still bitter over it. Well, she dropped out. Why she mad? You think she been a friend of... What's her name, y'all? Y'all know who? Is it Carmen? It ain't Carmen, is it? Is it Carmen? Well, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to have to go look at Armand Wiggins when I get off of here so I can hear. Because I listened to Larry Reid was on Conscious TV last night. And he kind of told it last night. But let's get into it. So for those of you, this is the... oh, it's not Carmen. It's Tan. Her name is Tan. She said most of the drama on the shows with the sisters. Lord, that makes sense. She was in Kandi's wedding. Okay. That's just like there was a fourth member of the Supremes. There were originally 4 of them. They called the Primettes. But the fourth member dropped out to get married and have a baby. She wanted to get married and be a homemaker. She didn't want that life. I've heard the name Tan. I would have to go back and look to find her, but I've heard that name. I've heard them talk about her before. So let's talk about this Larry Reid, Tasha K situation. Now, last night, down to the Conscious TV, he talked about the fact that Larry Reid and now I was looking at his video a couple of nights ago where he was talking about Storm Monroe and Tasha K. And he was sort of revisiting some stuff that had happened. And he said that something was brewing between Tasha K and Larry Reid. And that he would come back later and tell us about it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. When he dropped the video, I listened. I ain't gonna lie. I did. Because I kind of saw this coming. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I kind of saw this coming with Larry Reid and Tasha K. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's only but so many times that somebody going to slap you and you're going to turn the other cheek. And I feel like Tasha K done slapped Larry Reid a couple of times. Now, I ain't saying Larry Reid is innocent and Larry Reid is perfect and Larry Reid don't hold. I ain't saying that because Larry Reid got his shit with him too, okay? Let's be clear. He got some stuff with him too. But in this situation, I saw it unfolding and I said, this ain't going to end well. This ain't going to end well. So let's go back to the beginning. We all know that back in December of 2021, there was a big implosion in the Tasha K camp. It played out on Conscious TV's channel. It was a long live. I think at one point, I mean, he had well over 1,000 people in his chat. That was when the whole Storm Monroe thing erupted with Von Reed and Chelsea and Tasha K and Wiley and Larry Reid. And it was a whole big thing over there. It was a huge, it's still on Conscious TV's platform. Y'all can probably go back to December. I don't know how his playlist is set up, but if you go back to December, I'm sure you can find it, child. What we found out, forget about all the rest of that stuff. I ain't going back down the whole situation with Von Reed and Storm Monroe. I ain't got the energy for that. But the Larry Reid part of this, the way Larry Reid was involved is because Tasha K had told Wiley some stuff. Let me just call. Tasha K used to use Wiley as her do boy, right? She would give Wiley stories, things that she didn't necessarily want to put on her platform, but she would give it to him to put on his platform because she knew he would do it. And he would. So she had slid Wiley some information that Larry Reid had told her. It was some stuff that Larry Reid had told her. And I don't remember if Larry Reid told her not to repeat it or he just assumed that she knew not to repeat it. I don't remember. So let me not say that she knew she wasn't supposed to say it. I don't remember if it was I thought you knew not to repeat this, or if it was okay. So, with that being said, that was the first incident. What's up, T Lounge? She just revealed she moved to the motherland. Okay. With that being said, that was the first incident that we saw with Larry Reid. I mean, with Larry Reid and Tasha K kind of bumping heads. But Tasha, you know, she apologized and they moved past it, right? They moved past it. The second little kerfuffle, me either, it's me D, me either, baby. The second kerfuffle was a couple of weeks ago when Larry Reid with Tasha K kind of insinuated that Larry Reid was mismanaging funds for his ministry, right? What happened was this whole situation came out with the story about Tasha's attorney allegedly costing Larry Reid $25,000, and Tasha K's thing was, well, my attorney, well, Olga, she gave you the money back, or she reimbursed you the money. So if you spent the money, then you must have mismanaged the money, or you did something with the money. You were spending it like you wasn't supposed. She insinuated that Larry Reid mismanaged funds, that donations and stuff that was given to him for his ministry, and he was using it to basically bankroll his lifestyle. Because if you follow Larry Reid, you know that he lives good, right? He lives good. But Larry Reid also does other things, right? But anyway, that was the second kerfuffle. They cleared it up. But Tasha was getting ready to go left until Larry Reid kind of called in and was like, Tasha, what you talking about? That's not what happened. This is what happened with the money. The money did this, that, and the other, right? They cleared it up. But not before she had already made some comments insinuating Larry Reid was fucking up the church money, right? And that was about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Now, earlier this week or late last week, y'all know Tasha K is petty. And y'all know she don't forget nothing. So Tasha K threw some stuff out the last couple of days as it relates to Larry Reid. Again, she made a little smart comment about Larry Reid's money bankrolling his baby mama's lavish lifestyle. Larry Reid was like, yo, where's that coming from? Like, why was that necessary? Like, what do you mean bankrolling my baby mama's lavish lifestyle? Said her Birkin bags. And he was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean Birkin bags? What are you talking about? And then she played a clip of which she was talking about Larry Reid and Bishop Whitehead, about Bishop Whitehead suing Larry Reid. And she talked about how Larry Reid told her, when she said, well, you know, Bishop Whitehead was calling Larry Reid gay, and I was defending him. And he said, Tasha, don't defend me. Don't defend me, because I have had dicks in my mouth. Larry Reid was like, girl, what you talking about? And he's putting these comments he's posting these comments. He's like, what do you mean? We never had that conversation. So then Tasha K went back and posted, if y'all remember when Larry Reid got into it with Bishop Whitehead that first night when they got into it, when Bishop Whitehead cussed that woman out, called her fat and stuff, and he called Larry Reid the F word. And Larry Reid was like, he said, I'm not gay. He said, I know I'm not gay. He said, but I was molested as a child. And at one point, I thought maybe I was. He said, and I did have penises in my mouth. But I realized I ain't like it. And that ain't my lifestyle. And I know who I am. And I am not a gay man. He said, I ain't never told you that. But what she played that little clip of when he was arguing with Bishop Whitehead, and he was like, well, I have had some in my mouth. But he was arguing with the man. He wasn't saying I'm gay. Larry Reid was like, Tasha, I ain't never say that. I never told you that. I said, don't defend me. That's what I told her. He said, I never told her. I told her, don't worry about defending me because controversy sells. So if people want to talk about my sexuality and people want to make a big deal about my sexuality, let them speculate. But I never told her what she said I said. And so Larry Reid was like, you know what? I'm good on her. I don't have no beef. I ain't mad. I ain't gonna drag her. I ain't about to make no bunch of videos about Tasha K. I'm just walking away. I'm just good. I'm just walking away. You know, he said, I don't need to make no bunch of videos. I'm not doing all of that. But just know that the way she do business and the way I do business, it just don't mesh. You know, man, I'll be interested to see what he said to Armand Wiggins because maybe he added some more to it from last night. Now, I do know that Armand Wiggins was kind of doing the I told you so's because he told Larry Reid not to mess with Tasha K to begin with because Tasha K would eventually turn on him. That's what she said. So, true, he did say that, and she cut and sliced it to fit her narrative. Damn, what a so-called friend. Exactly, Miss Gigi. She actually, and again, I saw that live. We talked about that over here. We talked about that live over here. So I knew where she got that soundbite from, but I also knew the context of the soundbite. Larry Reid's thing was, you know, all I'm saying is, yes, and he explained that on Conscious TV as well. He said, listen, I experimented, but that's how I know that I'm not gay because I know I didn't enjoy it. And Conscious TV made a very valid point. He said, women are afforded that and men are never afforded that. Men are never afforded the opportunity to explore the sexuality to see if this is something they want or don't want. Whereas women are. How many times do you hear women say, well, I experimented in college. Well, I was with a woman once, but I ain't like it. Nobody ever says, oh, well, you must be gay. You was with a woman, so you was gay. You kissed a woman, you must be gay. You had sex with a woman, you must be gay. We'd be like, oh, well, you was experimenting. But if a man says it, if a man says, hey, I dated a guy once, I realized that wasn't my speed, didn't like it, never did it again. That's how I know I'm heterosexual. What do we say? And when I say we, I don't mean everybody in this room. I just mean in general. What do we say? Oh, he gay. I ain't gonna lie. I was once like that. El Teddy will tell you, when me and El Teddy first met, I used to say that all the time. I'd be like, he gay. He gay. But I've evolved. I've evolved. I don't believe in experiments, but I'll rock with Larry Reid. Why don't you believe in experiments? I do. I think they lie and repressing themselves or doing it in a way to attract the attention of men. I don't. I absolutely feel like you can explore something and realize that it ain't your cup of tea. Like, I just feel like you can do that. I just feel like you can. Now, I never did. I never felt the need to, but I do understand people who, you know, I mean, I told y'all I have a family member who had a full-on lesbian relationship, was living with the woman. They were together for years. It wasn't even they were together for a significant period of time. They lived together. They had a whole relationship. She has never dated another woman. And that was 20 years ago. She has never dated another woman. And she does not identify as bisexual. She doesn't. Did he say it with an S like a multiple, his mouth to see? Oh, I don't know, Lady V. I don't know. But, you know, he was molested. So there was a time where, yes, it was done forcibly, you know. So it was probably with the S, but when he was being molested. Now, what he voluntarily did, I don't know. But, you know, and not to go too deep into this, y'all, but, you know, a lot of times people who do deal with molestation and trauma, they are confused. They're confused because your body responds even when you don't want to respond. Your body responds. So if a young man is molested by another man and his body responds, there is a confusion there to say, well, my body responded. It felt good. Maybe I do like men. But then you realize you don't. It's just the body responding. L Love said, I'm not really behind. Hey, boo. So, that's a whole nother conversation. We can have a whole nother conversation about that. But the reality is, listen, unfortunately, that's just where we are with it. All right, y'all, let me get off of here. The Whether You Like It or Not panel, there's 128 people in the chat. Please, 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 please hit the like button. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We will be over at Giving You the Real Teas place. I will put the link on my community wall. Y'all meet us over there where we will be discussing Friday night's episode of Bell Collective and part 1 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, honey. You agree with me, Cam? So you understand what I'm saying, right? I just want everybody to stop making these nobody's famous. Well, child. Hold on. But I'm about to head on over to Armand Wiggins and hear what he said, because like I said, he might put more on it. He might put a little 20 on 10. You know, people add stuff to the sauce. Honey. But yes, meet me over there. Hit that like button on your way out. It is free. What, y'all? $99. And I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.